Hi everyone, welcome back to Fluento, everyday English for real life. I'm Anna.
And I'm David. Hey, Anna.
It's so good to see you again.
It really is. How are you today, Anna?
Honestly, I feel great. This has been a really interesting week for me. A lot of things have happened.
Oh, really? Like what?
Well, okay, so I've been trying to wake up earlier, right? Like really early, 6 in the morning.
6 in the morning. Wow, have you actually done it?
I have. I've done it 3 times this week, and honestly, I can't believe it. I am not a morning person, David. Everyone who knows me knows this.
I know. I've heard you say, I'm so tired about 1,000 times.
At least 1,000. But this week, something has changed. I've started going to bed earlier, and it's actually working.
That's impressive. I've tried to do that before, going to bed early, waking up early, and I've failed every single time.
Every single time?
Every single time. I set the alarm, I go to sleep, and then snooze, snooze, snooze. And suddenly it's 9 o'clock.
Okay, I love that you're honest about it.
Honesty is important. So, Anna, has anything else good happened this week?
Yes, actually. I've started watching this new series. It's a drama, and I've already finished 4 episodes.
4 episodes already?
I know, but it's so good, David. I've never seen anything like it. The story is completely unexpected.
What's it about?
It's about a woman who discovers that her whole life has been a kind of performance, like nothing around her is real.
Oh, that sounds intense. Has it scared you?
A little. I've had some very strange dreams this week. I think the series is responsible.
Okay, and what about you? Have you told anyone about it?
I've told my sister. She's already started watching it too. She's only seen 1 episode, but she's already obsessed.
That's how good series work. They pull you in immediately.
Exactly. So, what about you, David? Has anything interesting happened in your week?
Actually, yes. Something kind of small, but it made me really happy. I've finally learned how to make proper coffee at home. Like real coffee, not just the instant stuff.
Wait, seriously? You've never made real coffee before?
I've tried before, but it always tasted terrible. Too strong, too weak, too bitter. But this week, I watched some videos, I've practiced 3 or 4 times, and today, Anna, today I made a perfect cup.
That is a big deal. I've had bad homemade coffee before. It can really ruin your morning.
It really can, but not today. Today was a victory.
I love that. Small victories are the best kind.
They really are. And honestly, I've felt much more confident in the kitchen generally this month. I've tried 2 new recipes, I've learned a new skill. It's been good.
You've grown, David.
I've grown. I really have.
Okay, so before we keep going, we want to stop for a second and talk directly to you. Yes, you watching right now.
We've just been talking very naturally, and maybe you noticed something. We've been using a specific grammar structure this whole time. Did you catch it?
We've been using something called the present perfect. Things like I've tried, I've learned, I've never seen anything like it.
And here's what we want you to do right now. We want you to actually say something out loud.
Don't just listen, speak. This is your moment. Are you ready?
Here's your first question. Think about this week, just this week, and say this out loud.
This week, I've... And finish that sentence. What have you done? What have you tried? What have you learned?
Did you say something? Great. Maybe you said, this week I've studied English, or I've talked to a friend, or I've cooked something new.
All of those are perfect. All of those are present perfect. And you're already using it.
Now, second question. Think about your life, not just this week, your whole life, and answer this.
Have you ever done something scary? Visited a place that surprised you? Tried a food you didn't expect to like?
And one more. This one is for reflection. Answer honestly.
What is something you've always wanted to do but haven't done yet?
Keep that answer in your mind. We'll come back to it.
These questions, by the way, have you ever and what haven't you done yet? These are exactly the kinds of questions that use present perfect in real life. You're going to hear a lot more of them today.
Anna, can I tell everyone about something that happened? Well, something that hasn't really happened, actually?
That sounds mysterious. Go ahead.
Okay, so I've always wanted to learn a second language. Not English, I mean another one. I've thought about it for years.
Which language?
Italian. I've wanted to learn Italian since I was about 18 years old.
Okay, so you've wanted this for a long time. Have you ever tried?
That's the thing. I've downloaded 4 different language apps, I've bought 2 books, I've watched Italian movies with subtitles.
Wow, that sounds like a lot of effort.
It sounds like a lot of effort, but here's the truth. I've started and I've stopped. Every time. I've never made it past the basics.
Why do you think that is? What stopped you?
Honestly, I think I've been afraid of sounding silly. Like, I've tried to speak and I get embarrassed. Even just practicing alone in my room, I get embarrassed.
Have you ever spoken Italian to anyone? Like a real person?
Once. One time, I've met an Italian man at a conference, and I tried to say, buongiorno, and he looked at me very kindly and said, good morning, back in English.
Oh no.
He was very nice about it, but I've felt that kind of embarrassment before, and I think that's why I've never pushed through.
David, I think so many people listening to us right now understand that feeling. That feeling of starting something and stopping, starting and stopping.
Have you ever had that with anything?
Absolutely. I've tried to learn to draw 3 separate times in my life. 3 times. I've bought sketchbooks, beautiful sketchbooks, and pens and pencils, and then I've never used them.
Never?
Well, I've used the first 2 or 3 pages, and then I've put the sketchbook in a drawer and haven't touched it since.
I think there's a drawer in everyone's house full of abandoned projects.
There really is. I've called it my someday drawer, full of things I've started but haven't finished.
That's very relatable, and also a little sad.
A little sad, but also, and this is important, I haven't given up on those things. Not completely. The sketchbooks are still there. The possibility is still there.
That's a good way to think about it. I haven't given up on Italian either. I've just paused.
A very long pause.
A very long pause.
Okay, friends, let's take a moment and look at what we've been doing, because we've actually been teaching you without making it feel like a lesson.
Sneaky, right?
Very sneaky. So let's just be clear and simple about it now.
The present perfect. It sounds big. It isn't. It's actually just 2 parts.
Part 1, have or has.
And part 2, the past participle. That's the special form of the verb, like visited, tried, learned, made, seen, finished.
So you put them together, I have visited, she has tried, we have learned.
But here's the thing. In real conversation, we almost never say the full have. We use contractions.
So instead of I have tried, we say I've tried.
Instead of you have learned, we say you've learned.
Instead of we have done it, we say we've done it.
And for he, she, or it, we use has, and it becomes he's, she's, its. So, she's already watched 4 episodes.
Now, what about the negative? Very easy. You just add not. But again, we use contractions, haven't or hasn't.
Like, I haven't finished the series yet, or he hasn't learned to cook.
2 small words, so much power.
And then there are 2 little words that work beautifully with present perfect, ever and never.
Ever is for questions. Have you ever tried sushi? Has she ever lived abroad?
And never is for negative experiences. I've never learned to swim. He's never visited another country.
And 2 more, yet and already.
Already means something happened sooner than expected. I've already finished my work.
And yet is usually in negatives or questions. I haven't called her yet. Have you eaten yet?
The key thing to remember, we use present perfect when the exact time doesn't matter, or when something from the past is still connected to now.
I've tried Italian food. I don't say when, it's just part of my life experience.
But if I say, I tried Italian food last Tuesday, now I'm giving a specific time and I use simple past.
That's the big difference. But don't worry about that too much today. Just focus on using have and has with life experiences. That's enough for now.
Perfect. Let's keep practicing.
Okay, let's try some real-life situations. These are conversations you could actually have at work, with friends, at a coffee shop.
Situation 1. Two colleagues talking on a Monday morning.
Hey, how are you? Have you recovered from that big presentation last week?
Kind of. I've slept a lot this weekend. I think I've finally relaxed.
I'm glad. Have you heard back from the client yet?
Not yet, no. I've sent 2 follow-up emails, but I haven't received a reply.
I'm sure it's coming. You've worked so hard on that. Everyone noticed.
Thank you. That means a lot. Have you started the new project yet?
I've looked at the brief, but I haven't started properly. I'm planning to begin today.
Okay, did you catch all the present perfect in there? I've slept, I've relaxed, I've sent, I haven't received, I've worked, I've looked, I haven't started. So natural, right?
So natural. And these are things people actually say every day.
Situation 2. Two friends talking about travel.
Have you ever been to Southeast Asia?
Yes, I've been to Thailand twice. It's incredible.
Twice! Lucky you! I've never been. What's it like?
I've eaten the most amazing street food of my life there, and I've visited temples that just took my breath away.
Have you ever had any difficult moments traveling? Like things going wrong?
Oh, yes. I've missed a flight. I've gotten completely lost without a map. I've stayed in a hotel that was not what the photo showed.
Oh no, but you've survived all of it.
I've survived all of it, and honestly, those moments have become my best stories.
I love that. The hard moments become the best stories. That's so true.
It really is. Okay, situation 3. This one is about learning something new, very relevant for everyone watching. Anna, I have to ask you something honestly. How long have you been learning English?
I've been studying for about 2 years now.
2 years. That's great. Has it been difficult?
At the beginning, yes. I've made so many mistakes. I've felt embarrassed. I've wanted to give up a few times.
But you haven't given up.
No, I haven't, and I'm so glad. I've come so far. I've had conversations I never thought I could have. I've understood movies without subtitles. I've written emails in English for my job.
That's incredible progress. Have you ever thought about taking a formal exam?
I've thought about it, but I haven't decided yet. First, I want to feel fully confident speaking.
That makes sense. You've already made amazing progress. Trust yourself.
Okay, that one was close to home, wasn't it? For a lot of you watching, that conversation might sound familiar.
We hope it did, and we hope it felt encouraging, because every word in that conversation is real English, everyday English.
David, can I ask you something? Let's talk about mistakes for a moment, because everyone makes them, and it's completely okay.
Of course, and I have a feeling I'm about to be the example.
Maybe just a little.
Okay, let's hear it. What have I done wrong lately?
Well, so let's say you want to talk about something you did this morning. You might say, I have went to the gym this morning.
I have went to the gym.
See the problem?
Is it went?
Exactly. Went is the simple past form. But with present perfect, we need the past participle, which is gone. So the correct form is, I've gone to the gym. Or even better here is, I went to the gym this morning, because you said this morning, which is a specific time. So simple past actually works perfectly there.
Ah, so if I say this morning, or yesterday, or last week, that's simple past territory.
Exactly. If you give a specific time, use simple past. If there's no specific time, just the experience, use present perfect.
Okay, what's another mistake?
This one is very common. People sometimes say, she have finished her work.
She have finished.
With she or he or it, we always use has, not have, so it's she has finished or she's finished her work.
She has, he has, it has. Got it.
And one more. This one is about word order. People sometimes say, have you seen yet the movie?
Have you seen yet the movie?
The word yet always goes at the end of the sentence. Have you seen the movie yet?
At the end. Have you eaten yet? Has she called yet? Have they decided yet?
Perfect. You've got it now.
I've got it. See what I did there?
I saw exactly what you did there. So we've covered a lot today, but I hope it hasn't felt like a lot.
That's the goal with Fluento. We want English to feel like a conversation, not a textbook.
Because that's what it is. It's a conversation, and you've been part of ours today.
Think about everything we've talked about. We've used present perfect to share our weeks, the little things, the personal things, the funny things.
We've used it to ask questions. Have you ever? Has it happened yet? How long have you been?
We've used it to talk about life, not just facts, but feelings, things we've tried, things we've never done, things we haven't done yet but want to.
And that's really what language is for. Not just rules, but connection, stories, honesty.
If you've watched this whole episode, first of all, well done. You've just spent time with the present perfect in a completely natural way.
And if something didn't make sense the first time, that's okay. Watch again, pause, repeat things out loud. That's how it works.
Language learning is not a straight line. It goes up, it dips, it zigzags. But every episode you watch, every sentence you say out loud, every mistake you make and learn from, it all counts.
It really does. And we want you to know we believe in you. We've met learners at every level, from every country, with every kind of story, and every single one of them has improved. Everyone.
Because they kept going, and so will you.
So will you. Thank you so much for spending this time with us today.
We've loved talking with you.
Now, tell us in the comments, first, what's something you've always wanted to do but haven't done yet? Second, have you ever tried something new this month? A habit, a skill, a food? What was it? And third, how long have you been learning English, and what's one thing you've noticed that has improved?
We read every single comment, every one, and we love hearing your stories.
And remember, every time you speak, you grow.
We'll see you in the next episode of Fluento, Everyday English for Real Life.
See you soon!
Bye.